Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. We continue our life lesson series. I think this is part number 26 or something like that. Some repetition in these as the life lessons are pretty, pretty unanimous about the things that need to go forward. Anyway, in any event, if you are part of our community and or want to be, please like, subscribe, comment, do the best you can to make the world a better place, and we try to do that on a multi-time per week basis. Got over 800 of these available, and we're going to continue to add. Hopefully by the fall we'll get to that magic 1,000 number, but we need some new subscribers, as we'd like to also be able to give back to people in need through the channel, and we got to hit 1,000 subscribers in order to do that. In any event, please feel free to reach out if you need coaching, life, relationship, business, or otherwise. A couple of ways to do that. You can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can reach out here on YouTube in the About Me section of the page. So, things that you need in order to succeed in this particular world and time in space. You need to be able to push past pain, both physical and emotional. Now, obviously, if you're falling over and can't function, then obviously go seek medical attention. Don't be so stubborn and foolish. But at the same time, pushing past emotional pain and or physical pain is often necessary. In order to work out and build new muscle, you have to tear away the old to some degree. And so, finding ways to push past our emotional hearts and sometimes physical discomfort can lead to progress, and often does. Next is tech. Understand technology's place in the world. It is there for you to use and learn from and grow from, but not to become dependent on. So finding the balance between technological dependency and technological knowledge is super important. Being a student of life and technology and the changes and trends thereof is super valuable as well. So the idea is that we need to learn what is coming in the world in order to be able to anticipate how that's going to affect us and those that we love and those that matter to us. So becoming a student of life and talking to as many diverse people as possible from different backgrounds, from different political leanings, from different religious backgrounds, from different socioeconomic backgrounds is one of the most important things you can do. There is no one right way to be or right person, and so the more we study, the more we learn, the more we grow. The next is learn how to influence people. When you have the ability to build rapport and then influence a person to take action or do something, then you're really making a difference in the world. If you don't have the power of influence, then in reality you have very little, because each person wants to feel like they're in the hands of someone else who knows what they're doing. And so the power of influence will make a person feel that you know what you're doing, even when you might not have every I dotted or T crossed. The next is integrity. Work with integrity, live with integrity, be an integral person too, making integrity a central part of who you are as a person, but also how you relate with the rest of the world. That means follow your word, do what you say you're going to do. Don't try to manipulate people into situations that they can't get out of or are unhealthy or unjust for them. When we begin to understand the power of integrity, we also then begin to understand our influence and role in making the world a better place to the best of our ability. Do we always have to know everything? No. But being willing to learn and grow and find a way to master all of those emotional states is super important when we are trying to get where we need to be. The next thing to consider here is finding ways to integrate discipline into our lives. Discipline is the ability to push past emotional state. Discipline is the ability to push past what we want and keep our commitments, first to ourselves and then to others. Self-discipline is more important than discipline as it relates to others, because self-discipline will bleed over into how we relate to other people and other situations. The more we study how to kind of reverse engineer our mind, the more we begin to understand the value of every moment and everything that we do. Find ways to read and study. Study people that are where you want to be. Study the things that you want to do. Study things that you know nothing about so that you're more relatable. Study how to be more compassionate and humble so that you can make a big impact on the world. But study and read at all times. And if you're not a reader, use audiobooks to your advantage. I am the type of person that can't sit to read for very long, even though I love storytelling. I am an audio learner, and so I have a list of literally hundreds of audiobooks of things that I want to get to in this lifetime, and might take me 2 or 3 lifetimes to get through them all, but things that I'm always studying and learning, and I make the value of learning a part of my daily, no extra added time. So while I'm eating breakfast, or while I'm waiting in between clients, or while I'm, if someone's running late, I'll take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and listen to something that's going to edify me. Because if I understand how to be a student of life, then I understand how to get the most out of life. When I understand how to connect on a deeper level, I also understand how to make a difference in the long and short run of it. And when we begin to understand the ability we have to do all of that, and the need we have to do all of that, then we begin to have a maximum value. And so understanding how to do that and understanding the need to do that is one of the most important things we can possibly ever do. The next thing to consider, and probably more towards one of the last things to consider, is valuing your time. So save time, save energy, save money. The idea is save your time, but value your time. That means, am I going to feel like I got good value out of these minutes or hours or days or weeks that I spent on something? When your value score is low, it means you don't really look back and say, that was worth it. When your value score is high, you can look and say, I spent this time, but it's worth it to me. You always want to have a higher value score than a lower value score. And the way to do that is to understand that every choice you make, every decision that you make is about value and adding or taking away from it. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.